Heyo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. How you doing? It's not just any Wednesday. It's FOMC Day. Good morning, Grizz, Sour Planet, Joey, Olivier, Regen, Lupek, Justin, Miguel, good morning. Dan, what's up? Miguel says FOMC Day, boo. Hope we get some decent action at the open. Same here, man. Grizz, you're leaning bearish for the morning. Expecting us to sweep 800 level within the first hour. 800 level down here. Let's mark out the Grizz prediction. Grizz says sweep by 9:30. That's 9:30 Central. I like it. I like it. Cool. Mr. Bond, what's up? Zach, how you doing? Marcelo, Pedro, Justin, Dom, Tomas, Javier. What's up? Cool, cool. Javier, welcome. New to the stream. Glad you're here. What's up, Jacob? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So yesterday, I was able to find a trade on the MFFU accounts for a clean $400. It was like a 5-minute trade. So just one trade on those yesterday. Brought the accounts into the positive. Well, you can't see that. So 50,258. So $258 of profit across 3. So pretty good shape there. You know, back in the green's always good. Top step, I was able to take a couple other trades on the funded accounts here. End of the day was $678. So yeah, they are sim funded. Yes, Cryptech. Yeah. Nice trade, Tomas. Slee, what up? What's up, Joseph? Froggy, good morning. Cypher, what up? Making money off stream, that's right. You know how I be. Cool. Might have a little bit of 30-minute supply forming here. Depending on how we close out on this next candle, this could have turned into some 30-minute supply. Now, overall, you know, I mentioned this yesterday, I'm looking for like the bounce we've had the last several weeks. Looking for that to stall out. And I can start swinging some puts. So I think, you know, I'm going to wait until, see what Powell does to the market here. Market's open, by the way. I'm going to see what Powell does before I take a position. Is the plan. Stream's bugging out there for a sec. Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully there's something tradable before we get an FOMC. FOMC is always 1 p.m. Central, and then Q&A after his prepared statement. Mr. Bond says, liking the stream improves the quality of trades. You know, scientists won't study it, but I would go ahead and hit the thumbs up button just to be safe. Tor, good morning. How you doing? Jin, good morning. Epical, what up? For $1 million cash, would you quit trading forever? No. No, thank you. Name of the song's in the bottom left, Zach. Timothy, good morning. Matey, what up? Mike, how you doing? Simon. Zictus, how you doing? Amen, what up? Pranav, what up? How you doing? Hello, hello. All right. Twisty, how you doing? Yeah, Twisty FOMCs today. Joe, they were Q puts. It was a while ago. I don't really remember the strike price. I usually go in the money. Matt, what's up? Good morning. Okay, I can pull up the strikes I got on Qs if you were really interested. It's just, I don't know what it's going to tell you. So, February 20th, I bought 530 puts on Qs for $7.91. My final exit was at $47 on that. March 27th, I bought 475 puts on Qs. Bought those at $11.37. My best exit was $50. I have not entered any new put positions from a swing perspective yet. Well, kind of dull right now here at the open. We've got like a 55-point range here. Miguel, you want to see a retest of 47, so 56, 47 to 49 before going down. Okay. Nice job, Lupek. Nice short. Crazy, what's your trade? I didn't see your, I don't know what position you're in. I assume you're short? Oh, you entered short at 900. Oh. Right on. 30 points. Not bad. Zeddy, I locked in 2,400 in payout today. GG's. Love to see it. I have not withdrawn from my options account this year. No, I'm just letting it build. My goal is to get above 25K. And I did that. What the heck? I'm trying to set up my freaking a 200-day moving average on Thinkorswim, and it's not letting me. It keeps changing it to a 9. Come on. There we go. What's up, Griffin? How you doing? All right, there's push higher. into our little 30-minute supply zone I mentioned off the open. See if we can go for VWAP on ES there. Griffin, you blew another 5 XFAs. Sorry, man. You gotta size down, dude. You gotta. You know that feeling that you're feeling right now. You gotta be so tired of it that you're willing to change something about it, you know? Just don't worry about the money right now. Just focus on trading well. One trade at a time. Lock in those good habits. But sorry to hear it. It is frustrating losing XFAs, especially when you already locked in a balance of like 2,000. That's tough. This ain't easy. Otherwise, everyone would do it. If everyone did it and it was easy, there'd be no money in it. What's up, Midnight? Good morning. Yao, what's up? Zach, you're down 1,700 in the last 3 days. It's been, it's been pretty tough price action, I would say, for the most part. So just try to keep the size smaller, to adjust. Mostly your own dumb fault, clicking buttons and slinging contracts. Here's whenever you're tempted to do that, think of a trader that you look up to. This is what I do. Think of a trader you look up to and think, are they sitting in front of their charts doing what I'm about to do? Probably not. Is this trader oversizing for their account and then just being like, fuck it, I want to make some money today. I don't care that it's lunchtime or whatever. I don't care if this range sucks. Let's see if I can scalp out 20 points. Probably not. And if they are, then you need to find a new trader to look up to, right? So see if that helps. Miguel, nice call out there. Got your area of interest hit, so you put risk on. That's how it's done. Yeah, Vance is talking at a thing in Munich. So you can see on Financial Juice, it'll be like little snippets of things he's saying. There'd have to probably be a surprise in something he says for it to actually make a dent in the market. Otherwise, I don't think it'll do anything, but we'll see. What's up, Jason? I've never used Motivate for trading stocks. No, I never have. I assume it would be fine. I assume it would be easy enough. I wonder if there's like a really clean way to trade options, like really clean setup that's better than Thinkorswim. Do I always use NQ? Very often. I would say 95% of the trades are on NQ or MNQ. Maybe 98% of the trades. Every once in a while I take an ES trade. All right. Miguel, did you stay in? Oh, you got top ticked. Oh, man. I was wondering if that little shake and bake got you or not. That sucks. Here's the dump. New lows on NAS here. Matt Diamond was just promoting Weeble for options, considering it. Weeble's, I've used Weeble. It's all right. I don't know. There's better ones. I don't know why because before he was like on like light speed and stuff. That's way more legitimate. I don't know why he's doing Weeble promotion unless I don't even think I think they got rid of their referral program. Even I don't know why you wouldn't just stick with light speed or something. What's the objective for today? It's to not lose money. The objective today is just to trade smart. Yeah, Miguel, that is brutal. Top ticks always hurt, and that's yeah, on ES that's like 10 plus points. Preference for short or long? I prefer the short side right now. Just look at the chart, you know, we're moving lower. I wouldn't mind seeing us, you know, if we visit 1 hour demand and get some support there, I wouldn't mind taking a step long, but he says the fees are much less. Yeah, but you have to think, I mean, your fills better be amazing to make up for the cost of doing business with like commissions or whatever. And my experience with Weeble has always been fairly positive, like deep, pretty quick fills. But if you're scalping like Tesla options, which I know he used to do, I don't know if he still does, but you want as good a fills as you can get because that's going to make way more of a difference in commissions. Twisty, you liked the stream and won the lottery. Was the lottery prize being part of a really cool stream? We might get a nice little knife-a-roni here. Why did it reject my order? It's weird. Why is my order getting rejected on MFFU? Oh, maybe it was just set to like the wrong. I don't know. It seems to be all good, but that was weird. Maybe the group wasn't selected or something. Okay. Midnight, the MFFU counts, they've been in the red until yesterday. I took a $400 trade. So I have $250 in profit across the three of them, you know. So slow start, but that's all right. I haven't really been loving the price action since I activated these. So, you know, just kind of treading water. What's up, Maul? How you doing? How's the weekly bar been treating you? Yeah, it's been all right. Let's look at Top Step X if you want to see the performance lately on the fundeds. So in the past week and a half is 2 red days and the rest green. I feel like it's been fairly solid. I could do without like last Friday where I lost $865. And then that makes a nice big difference in the P&L because this is all times 3. All right, I might have a short here. I'm short MFFU here. Like the rejection back under 900. Might have to kill this one. All right, I'm out on that one. $500 loss there. Don't want to overtrade this. It would be, like Grizz says, this price action kills accounts. So, don't want to get ahead of myself here. No need to force anything on FOMC Wednesday. No, he just passed combine on day 2. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Noah. Bernard, you have 20 Apex accounts. Is it better to trade them all together or maybe 10 and 10? That is always the question, isn't it? Right? I mean, I've debated the same thing. I mean, if you trade really well, obvious, the answer is obvious. If it's not, if you're a little hit or miss with your trading, maybe it's better to split it up. But I would say if you're hit or miss with stuff, I would not want to trade 20 accounts, DJ Skibbity, you would long right now? Well, if I'm taking advice from anybody in chat, it's definitely someone named DJ Skibbity. Just playing. Here's VWAP on ES, so watch to see if that rejects. I don't like to go long NAS right as ES tests like a key level. What's up, Sherlock? Did you trade last night? I had the platforms open, and I was like, what am I doing? I made a rule not to trade Globex, so before I did anything stupid, I closed him out and walked away from the desk. And Griffin did not do that. Yeah, make rules for yourself. Like, look at your journal, see where your weak spots are, right? And then you eliminate the weak spot. You are the weak link. Goodbye. So if I go to my journal here, my performance stats, my most profitable day is Thursday, but also my least profitable day is Thursday. All right, so that's not a key stat there. It's not enough time on this to really have. It'd be better to have this over, you know, a year of trading or something like that. And I see, okay, my short trades, it's probably a tight stop loss. I'm losing more of those than I'm winning. And I look at, I think TradeZella might be a little bit more in depth, but you can see, okay, that this hour of the day, I'm losing more money than I'm making. So I'm going to stop trading that hour of the day. Things like that. For the XP, that's depth of market. And where did it go, by the way? I don't see it. Did I lose? Like, I might have gone overboard deleting stuff. Sometimes it's really easy to delete indicator instead of a drawing on here. Yeah, Griffin, I would just not even go to your desk. Don't even tempt yourself. Don't even check the charts, you know? It does not concern you. Globex does not concern you. It is not for you to trade. It's not for me to trade. Ah, man. I have something somewhere in Thinkorswim that's like triggering alerts. It's driving me nuts. You know how you can like set up you can have like a setup in Thinkorswim where it'll like, every time price crosses this ribbon, it'll trigger an alert. And I'm like, I never like those. Anyways, it's doing that to me right now. I don't know if you guys can hear those bells in Thinkorswim or not, but it's really annoying. Dan, do you have a goal in day trade? A goal day? Do you have a goal day in trading? No, I don't. You're long five NASDAQ contracts, not even micros. Well, let's see if we can get the push. It's a good retest of this level, right? So pretty interesting spot here. I like the buy if we get that push. It's a great buy, great retest, you know. And we just need ES to also get that pop through VWAP, of course. So here, let's do, is it too late? Let's try DJ Skibbity's trade here. 5, long 5 here. On the practice account, don't worry. I'll stop out under this wick if I was trading it with real money. And I want to see us hit VWAP or come close to it, so 970 or so target. Yeah, I don't hate this trade. Vanya, you can't seem to pass a challenge since February, but on paper trading made 13K in a month. Yeah, it's because you don't care about it. As soon as you start caring, you do different things. You trade differently. It's like, you know, I did on TradingView for fun. I started a $1 million paper trading account, and I was in a position yesterday. I was up like 1.3 million on that trade. So 130%. You know, I was up massive for the account size, right? And I don't care about it because it's not real. So it's easy to hold a trade you don't care about. It's easy to take a loss on a trade you don't care about. Do you also have a small drawdown on paper trading? Yeah, Vanya. All right, what are you doing differently? Maybe do create a paper account with the same exact, you know, boundaries, the parameters as the funded evaluation, and see, kind of recreate the same kind of environment. For the XP, you link your paper trading to your real accounts, then just trade like you normally do. So far, I passed 3 combines with another 2. Interesting. I wonder if that kind of helps trick your brain. It's interesting. Slow PA, yeah. Still looks pretty good for the pop higher, but we could easily just roll over here. So that's why I'm not going to take it on a real account. I don't like us stalling out at VWAP there on NAS, or ES rather. How do you think your journey would have been without funded accounts? I imagine just be grinding it out on my Edge Clear account. I don't know. Give this trade a little bit more room here. See if we roll over here or get the pop higher. Pop higher would be better just in terms of being annoying for traders. Kind of looks like we're starting to roll over here and dipping a little bit lower. So it's now it's the time to pop higher. What is FOMC? You can Google it, you know? Pretty easy. Let's see. What is FOMC? It just took me 10 seconds. Have a nice little summary. Cool. Looks like we are getting that pop higher. I'm glad I moved my stop. You know, I feel like this kind of price action, you gotta give the trade a little bit more room. Now, it's a practice account, right? Would I do this on a combine or XFA? Would I move my stop all the way down here? Maybe, but not with 5 minis, right? But when I don't care if I take a loss, it doesn't, you know, I'm trading differently, right? What's up, Eddie? Doing well, thanks. Do you mark levels like overnight high and low, previous day low? Yeah, I have an indicator that does it for me, but yeah, I definitely like using those levels. Something else I'm eyeing here is 50% retracement of this hourly here. Now, it might not be as good. You know, with the wick we have on the previous candle, which is massive, I'm less inclined for this. But it's still something to watch. But we do have a massive wick down there on that candle. So that 50% retracements, 952. Let's see if that offers any type of resistance. Okay, 952 was the 50% of the 1 hour. Let's see if we can just push right through it. I want us to get to a VWAP. That's what I want. We also have this little swing high here from pre-market. We could smack back from. So what I would do is just trail, you know, maybe even take one off. So let's try to trade this like I normally would. Sell one there. Sell one there. Still on at 3. I want more than break even off of this move. So one there. So that 50% retracement is offering a little bit of resistance. Still looking for us to push through it before it hits my trailing stop. Almost got knocked out there. Still in this. There we go. Push it. Push it. DJ Skibbity, I'm going to upgrade you to Dr. Skibbity after this trade. All right. Trailing hit there. So, again, so I just said I was going to look for is that 50% retracement of the hourly to offer a little bit of resistance. It's done that, but I mean, after the massive wicks, that's massive. I wouldn't be surprised if we still end up popping through there. But if this level holds, that 950 level, man, I sure would love to see another move lower. So these 50% retracements, I feel they are a great gauge Something to look at. What happened, Grizz? Did you lose your PA accounts or your funded accounts in this PA, rather? Zach, you're used to looking for 10 to 20 point trades. What is your thought process for looking for larger trades? Well, I think I just really enjoy seeing my analysis play out, and I enjoy participating in the larger moves. I really tend to like my profit targets and my levels, and so why am I so skittish? Why do I feel the need to hop out for 10 points when I feel like it's completely reasonable to look for 80 points, you know? Fucking Thinkorswim, man. Stop with these fucking alerts. Jeez. I don't even know how to get rid of them because I don't know where they're coming from. Sorry about that. Just really annoying. Shut up. Good God. Oh, I think I found the culprit here. It's in the active trader tab, which I never use. Some stupid ass setup that I haven't used in like 5 years. Jeez. Stop it. Do you guys hear those bells from Thinkorswim, or is that just on my end? You guys probably shouldn't hear them. Just me? Yeah. Oh man, they're going off like non-stop, and it's like just annoying. Sorry, Grizz. That sucks. Olivier, it's like Thinkorswim. So somewhere in Thinkorswim, I have a chart with some strategy or whatever that I got years ago that's loaded up. And it's set to set off alerts every time it crosses, whatever. And I hate those. And so somewhere in some tab, I think it was set up, and I think I got rid of it. So hopefully that's the end of that, because it was driving me nuts. Do we have news today? Oh my gosh. Bro, you need to have a news site you're referencing every day, or you're gonna get crushed as a trader. You really have to know what's going on. I hope you're just being facetious. It's not like a Googleable thing. It's just something you got to go find. Like I know why it's doing it. I just got to go find it. It's like it was got to be in some tab I never use. How much do you rely on price action? That's entirely what I rely on. The entire strategy, everything I look for is based on price action. Market Watch tab. It's not Market Watch. It's like it'll be like ES or something, crossing a ribbon. I think I figured it out because it stopped, but. Well, ES hugging VWAP. Do you have any tips regarding price action? Yeah, I do. I was gonna make a video about it. You really have to look at like the bigger picture of things. There's been a few times lately on stream where I'll be looking for the less obvious setup, and someone will say something like, "Oh, it's obvious short," or "It's obviously a head and shoulders," and it's like, yeah, I see that pattern, but there are times when a pattern is more likely to play out, and so you just really need to be aware of the bigger picture, and not rely so heavily on just like a candlestick pattern every 6-month trader knows how to do. Okay, I'm still getting that alert now. Where is this coming from? It's enough to drive a man crazy. Jeez. Yeah, the problem is I want alerts on Thinkorswim, but just not from that, you know? Not from... I don't know. I've done... I think it was like kind of trying to crash out the stream too. To me, the short looks fairly probable here, right? Sending wedge like this. So what I look for when we have this kind of setup is I look for what's right above it, and think of, is there an area to sweep first before we get the drop? And there's like VWAP right there, which is good. There's a swing high here. I don't mind looking for the sweep before the drop, but we might just let's see if it falls out or not first. Okay, so mentioned looking for an area to sweep first before falling out, and well, this is a good area to tap into here. So I like seeing this, and you know, let's wait and see if the we get a nice rejection up here at VWAP. Because it's the same guy, I think. Stretch Mess on YouTube is Stretch in Discord. Same guy. So Stretch, are you long then, Stretch? What'd you do? Okay, here's VWAP. Yeah, it's kind of just stalling out. I mean, nothing unexpected here. It's just kind of VWAP chap. Just chopping VWAP. Okay, you went long at 79 3/4. Well, it's a nice entry. So now that we got that nice push higher, I'm looking for that rejection. And, you know, this is the benefit that, you know, for one, it keeps you out of trouble from shorting. Like this red candle, you see this, and then you're like, oh, we're going to fall out of this wedge short. And then you get ran over and stopped out because you know there's a better level above for us to sweep into before the move lower. And now you can just wait for confirmation that, you know, we're not just going to continue floating higher. This level's old. I need to delete this. Nice job, Javier. Is this a break and retest setup? I mean, I guess it depends on what you look for. So let's see. There's probably a break and retest of like an opening range. So let's say you trade maybe 15-minute opening range. So we have the low, and then we have, where's 45? So there's the 15-minute opening range. So you could call this a break and retest the opening range. Maybe it's not very clean because we chopped a lot above it and wicked into it several times. But yeah, I mean, you could probably call it a break and retest if you wanted to. NAS ticking higher here. ES, it did put in new highs, but it's lacking a little bit of momentum, so I'm not sure I really fully buy into this. I mean, it could just be a float higher, but I'm not sure I really like it from the long side up here. Stretch, that's crazy, man. Your friend made 12K in a day, then 7K, then 6K. Then, so if you have 25K, you know, your max payouts are still, what, 5K per? So why don't you just size way down and lock in a couple more $200 days, and then, you know, you could just trade small size and keep and withdraw all of that money over time. Maybe that's just not the way for that kind of trading. All right. I don't hate shorts. This to me would be a hero entry short. Let's throw it on the practice account, see what happens. Hero entry means it's too early, not enough confirmation. You might as well stop out above 20K then. Something like that would be crazy. We'll just let that cook. See if we push higher or not. Yeah, but if you have 100K, can you even withdraw it though? Like, how long is it going to take you to... You have to have 30 days at $200 or more to withdraw it. We might just continue floating higher here. VWAP holding as support for now on NAS. Well, I closed down, whatchamacallit. I closed down Thinkorswim, so I can't check, sorry, I can't check VIX. All right, Javier. Yeah, TOS has VIX features for free. VIX down 1.3. But what about /VX? I do have heat map here in Motive Wave right here. I use every once in a while. All right. Let's see if we can hold under VWAP now. Thank you, Jacob. What's the VIX? Volatility index. Well, there's a buy up back above VWAP now. Huh. Well. See how this shakes out, I guess. Longs here, 960 is the best setup. I don't really like longing under VWAP like that. Like I can't make sense of it to take it. So I understand it's like kind of a break and retest of that swing high, like right there. I have a hard time taking that. Do you ever use unregulated offshore brokers? No. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Hello, FaZe. How did trading go this morning? I just took one trade on my fund of futures. Took a $500 loss. That's it. Been trying to be pretty patient here for the first hour, see if anything sets up. I am looking for maybe a short side to play out. You know, it'd be easy to short. Probably in the high 40s. But then, of course, risk is about 40 points away at that point. Sorry, Grizz. I actually don't know what you're referring to because I don't know what I said. Kind of liking the short side move here. Sorry, I ruined your joke, Grizz. What do you think of the 50% rules in the XFA account? I don't like it. It's only there to protect the prop firm, not you. Obviously, there has to be a balance of, you know, it's got to be a win-win situation. And when they just add rules that's not a win for the trader, I don't like it. Now, if they remove other rules and then it becomes a pros and cons of, you know, 50% chance, or sorry, 50% rule, but then no payout window, and then you're like, okay, well, that's better, that's worse. Where does it leave things? So yeah, I don't like 50% rule in the XFA. I don't like consistency rules in general. That's just not how trading works on a personal account. You know, obviously you can trade however, you can have a home run. Then you can have as many base hits as you want. Doesn't matter. You can still take that money to your bank. Now I understand why funding firms need to make sure people aren't abusing them so they all go bankrupt, right? We all want reasonable rules. And I don't like Top Step just adding a bunch of rules, man. Keep it simple. It was one step, one rule, and now it's one step, I don't know, 8 rules. Plus, maybe we'll add more when we feel like it. Are you going to open position after breakout? I'm looking for a breakdown. I don't know if I would wait for a retest. Just kind of depends on if there's momentum in this move. Let's see how that practice account short's doing. The hero short. Yeah, right around entry. Are you fun on Apex 2? No. I'm waiting for their 90% off and maybe I'll try it. What do you think about their bonuses on the live account? That just is not going to apply to like 99% of people, you know? Most people don't get moved live, and the ones that do, I mean, good for them. If you can make $1 million in profit, I think you're an elite trader. So sure, you deserve an extra 100 grand. I mean, I just think it's going to affect very few people, you know? It sounds good, but I don't know. Are you still going to stick with it if they, you know, no. So here's after these XFAs, after I'm done with them, I don't plan to buy more Top Step. Maybe, you know, there's other ones out there, other fish in the sea I might try that are more affordable, like MFFU, no activation fee, Tradeify, no activation fee. I hate activation fees, so It's nice when it's built into the price and it still ends up being cheaper than like Top Step. So I think I'll try Tradeify, Take Profit Trader, etc., etc. No trading for you, Martin. Good discipline. Man, I am tempted to pull the trigger on the short, but it's kind of interesting here, you know? Nas had some momentum, dropped under VWAP. He has just been chopping VWAP for forever. I do like the short side move. It's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Sweeping an area that looked good, you know, this whole VWAP, this swing high that I mentioned earlier, and then the drop. To me, that's exactly why reading price action isn't just as simple as, oh, here's this pattern, let me trade it, right? It's looking at the bigger picture, getting more context, etc. So right now, you know, it's not necessarily, there you go. That's a nice heavy close. I like that. I mentioned shorting in the high 40s would be a little easier because you want to give this the opportunity to kind of retest this previous resistance, right? So that's what we're doing here. And then if we kind of reject this again, this area, I will feel better about shorting. The other thing to be aware of is we have like a trend line. We just have an uptrend in general to be mindful of. So I don't want to be thrown off by just this rough drawing of an ascending wedge because there's a cleaner trend line in play here. You know, something like, all right, what I do in Motive Wave, whatever in Motive Wave, that one's pretty clean. I think it's what, this one, something like that. So a little upward channel here. Do you have any other brokers besides prop firms? Yeah. I have an Edge Clear account for futures trading. I have a Schwab account for options trading. I have a, what do they call it? Tradeer account. Tradeer for when I use the program Option Stalker. I have a Webull account. What version of Motivate are you running? I don't know. And I can't pull it up without showing my license key and stuff, so I don't know what version I'm on. I usually keep it pretty updated. Show us, Dan. We promised to close our eyes. Yeah, right. Why is the market setting slow today? It's FOMC day. That's why. Twisty trading, futures trading has become extremely mainstream in the trading world. I mentioned this yesterday. Like 4 years ago, Miguel. 4 years ago, like I didn't really know any futures traders. Like I mean, obviously they were there, but it just wasn't nearly as popular as options trading. Options trading was where it was at. You know, that was all the hype, Robinhood, all that stuff. And then I think because funding firms, you know, and all their affiliate programs, all the other, you know, influencer type people were like, oh, these are all the rage. I'm gonna get commissions. Let's talk about this. Schwab's not giving me commissions, but Top Step will, essentially. Anyways, that helped, you know, bring futures more mainstream. Low barrier of entry, high leverage, exciting. Right now, uptrend intact. This could be a great long place. You know, I mentioned it's kind of hard for me to long under VWAP, but could still be good. That might be the, I don't know, it might be the better move. It feels pretty low risk to try along here. Because the stop out is easy. You know, you can give it a, what, like 8 points upside, maybe 20K. 20K is right there. So top of the channel or 20K, something like that. So the long is good risk reward, and you're going with the trend. So like probability should be good as well. So it's not, you know, I don't like marrying my bias. You know, I had this idea for a short to play out, but you know, as long as this uptrend's intact, no sense in trying to counter it. I'll try it here long, you know, I'll go ahead and go the opposite way here of what I was planning. Sometimes that is the way to do it. Maybe I'll keep it on a little bit longer here. And again, easy stop out. And you know, if it does hit my stop, it might be a kind of a reverse the position type move, you know, flip short. But either way, feels like an okay thing. Yeah, shorting on a VWAP isn't comfortable. Yeah, exactly. I would never normally do this. All right, so that was a stop. Maybe I should have stuck with my instincts here, but maybe that's just hindsight talking. Let's see if we get a heavy close on this candle. So that's 40 seconds. VWAP is extended session VWAP for futures, 68 3/4. I've been trading for 5 years. Let's see how this candle closes. I think that'll dictate my next move here. If that's just like a bottom tick exit, I'm gonna get back in, I think. 5 seconds here on this candle. Tradify, the downside is the payouts are capped a little bit lower. But they don't deny payouts. I talked to the owner. They seem like a solid company. All right, well, I'm gonna flip short. Hopefully I don't get burned on both ends here. But let's see what happens. This is the play I've been waiting for. I don't like that ES is still holding above VWAP. Thinking about taking this on MFFU as well. Did not get the fill on MFFU yet. I did get the fill there on MFFU. I'm gonna add here, do 2 minis. It's nice when a plan comes together. I wish I would have avoided that long attempt. I think I was just trying to kind of go with the flows of the market. Because sometimes I get this idea in my head and I'm like too attached to it. So I just wanted to be more fluid with markets showing me one thing, adapt, you know. Very nice. I'll look to cover around here. Took one off there, which puts me green. MFFU, how's that one doing? Oh yeah, up very nice on that. I'll go ahead and kill that one there. Got me back out of that first loss and put me green. Very nice. Thank you, Linus. Nice job, Grizz. So a little 900 offering a little bit of support here, but I think we could still flush through it. Got a lot of, well, it'd be great to retest these lows and get into 1 hour demand, etc. Excuse me. So we'll see if that's on the table here. Very clean. I like locking that one in early. Okay, so 900 again. Just gonna take maybe a little bit here. I would not mind a visit of, you know, 840s. It's all the way down here. That could be sick. And there we are through 900. Thanks, Grizz. I like it when a plan comes together. And to me, that's what reading price action is all about. How many XFAs do you have? I have 2 Top Step XFAs and then 3 MFFU funded accounts. So a total of 5 funded accounts that I'm trading today. 2 at a time here and then 3 at a time on Trade-of-8. What made you start trading futures? I think I was interested because there's no PDT rule and it's highly leveraged. So I did that video 4 years ago. I tried day trading with $1,000 where I traded futures, and you know, I ran a $1,000 account up to 3,600 or something before blowing it, but it was fun. You know, I like using the bracket orders. It's a lot easier than options to get in and out. And it seemed way more accessible. So I really liked that aspect of it, and I kind of got hooked from there. This is a sick trade, isn't it? I mean, that's just stacking red. I love it. I mean, that's a good move. It would be nice to hold this trade a bit longer. I left a lot off the table here. But, you know, someone asked me earlier about, you know, Zach, I think, mentioned how I like to go for the bigger trades. It's because, like, I just know I would not be happy taking 10 points off this move. Like, this is what I'm looking for to happen, and then it's happening. Why would I not maximize profit on it, you know? To me, it just makes sense to capture as much as possible. So let's put on execution so we can see. So yeah, first one was just the long. Gonna go with the trend here, try to not marry my bias, and then, like I said, if it stops me out, that might be a reverse position time, because that would be what I've been looking for the short side. So then the actual short was probably, it's kind of hard to read here. It looks like my short was at 950. So it was a really nice entry, if I'm not mistaken. And then I added at 934.5, covered at 917. And here we are coming close to my take profit here. That'd be a sick hit. Oh, wow, it's freaking flying. Boom, baby, fuck yeah. This is fucking sick, man. I'm not happy with 10 points. You know, I want a big bag out of that, and that's over 100 points from my first entry. That's 950 down to 840s. When that plays out, there's not a better feeling. you know, there's not a better feeling than that. So that finally pushes the balance up well above where it needs to be. I could actually take a payout if I want to, but I don't want to. I still have negative $3,000 of drawdown, and taking a payout would put the drawdown to 0, so it'd be it would not give me enough money to make it worth it. But that was sick. I had 2 minis there at one point and then covered. You know, what I noticed about my trading sometimes is when I have an analysis, it starts playing out, I short and I add to it because I'm confident, and I add it, you know, so I add a little heavier size, and then it, you know, does not play out and comes back and stops me at a break even or something. That tilts me. It really tilts me. And so I just wanted to make sure that didn't happen. And so I covered there a little earlier, but held there for the big move, over 100 points from first entry to last exit. And so 155 on 3 MFFU fundeds. Because that first loss was $500, so that was kind of brutal. Anyway, a good exit too. 1 hour demand zone right by yesterday's close. That was why I targeted that as an exit. Let's see if we get Grizz wanted this sweep a half hour ago. Let's see if we get it now. Sweep at 800. So this is like, what's your lot size though? It was 1 mini, and then I added 2 minis, and then I took 1 off. A mini is $20 per point on NASDAQ. And again, you know, I like having targets like demand, previous day levels, etc. Psych levels. Like I feel so much better taking profit when my level hits than taking 10, 20, 30 points. So real quick, I do want to just recap, because this is what I'm going to make a video about. Ascending wedge type thing. You know, it looked a little different when I was talking about it. So it was more of like a, where were we at? Like, I was not including some of the lower candles here, but something like this is what I was talking about, and how, you know, so basic candlestick pattern says, you know, ascending wedge, likely to break down when it reaches, you know, when it's tightened, you know, essentially, and you can look for the breakdown, right? And I like that. I'm cool with that. But when we were back here earlier, I'm trying to remember, yeah, here. It looks tightening, right? And it looks like, okay, yeah, we could fall out of this thing. But what's above? Or is there anything key for us to sweep? And what was above was VWAP. And we also had this like swing high from pre-market, and we had a little base of support here early in the morning as well. And so with this right here and VWAP right above it, I thought it was much more likely for us to sweep that before falling out and breaking down. So I stayed out of shorts. So I saw this first candle there. This candle breaking through looks like, okay, heavy close. Some people might short that. But like having a better understanding of price action is looking at the bigger picture. So I'm like, no, I want to see us at least sweep this and VWAP. So I'm waiting. We buy right up. Good thing I waited. And then it looks, yeah, we might just float higher. Who knows, you know? And it turns more into like just an upward channel as opposed to this ascending wedge. So then I tried a long that did not play out, but it was easily disproven, right? So an easy stop out where you're like, okay, I'm definitely wrong here. I don't mind taking the loss. And I'm so wrong, in fact, that the move lower now seems likely to play out. So put risk on here at 950, add to it 937 on confirmation, drop. I'm targeting, essentially, it's a move to new lows a day because we had yesterday's close right underneath this and the 1 hour demand. So again, it's not just looking for like the range. I'm looking for like what's underneath it that might be more likely for us to hit before, you know, instead of just looking for the closer target 30 points higher. So then I'm looking at what do I have underneath it? I have yesterday's close and I have 1 hour demand. So that's why that was my target. And hopefully breaking it down that way all makes sense, right? It's not just taking a basic candlestick pattern and just being like, oh, broken, short. It's taking the whole context of where we're at location wise, and then looking for what seems most likely to happen. What's a good level to run to the upside before we move to the downside. All right, that was a lot of talking. Nice retest there. So that's this could be a break and retest setup. I don't necessarily like I wouldn't want to double dip this move, but it's just a break and retest of IBL there. So I don't necessarily want to double dip right at 1 hour demand, but my target would be the Grizz level from this morning, which was a sweep of 800. If you look back at yesterday, or was it yesterday or this morning? Like futures open, I think. We had a nice jab down here, down to 800 before he ripped. So if I'm looking for more short side, I am looking for this level to now get swept. So a nice break and retest. See if there's downside available. Oh, by the way, let's check the practice. This is the hero short. That smashed our target. I don't even know if I had the right target set on this one. This was the hero short, entered right up there. Sick entry, 970. And that's why I call it a hero short. And it only took, 92 points or so. But you call it a hero short because you enter without confirmation. Don't like doing that on real accounts, you know. But that one paid handsomely. And it was a really, really, really nice entry. Okay, I'm definitely locking out the XFAs for the day. I don't want to trade FOMC. Don't want to be tempted to trade FOMC. Chris, I'm glad you made money on it. Like, when you and I are on the same side of things, like, I do feel good about that too. 1 hour demand, what made you draw that? Well, the 1 hour demand, I'll show you. So before I start streaming for the day, I go down to, I go to the daily chart looking for key levels, right? And specifically, I'm looking for supply and demand zones. You have this candle from this day closed. It was like a massive wick, closed tiny body. I didn't mark that, but if we look at the 1 hour, it's from this day. We had this large move here. This was a 200 point candle. And so we had a basing candle before it. It's kind of a large basing candle. I went ahead and marked it out. And then it held this zone. So this turns into like a zone, a demand zone. It's a large zone, which I don't like as much. But it held. Anyways, it held there. And we had a large move away from it to the upside. So then I'm looking for us to retest that area again. Because it's still, it's a used zone, but it's still active. And so here we are, a nice break and retest of the lows as well. So that's like your second chance short if you miss this move and you still have, you still like the move lower here. And now let's look and see if we can sweep 799. Would you ever consider using an offshore broker? Why would I do that? I don't need to. I feel my money's safer in a regulated brokerage. I don't want insane leverage. I get plenty of good leverage as is. So, not interested in any offshore brokerage. Miguel, your ideas were good, execution was terrible. Yeah, that's the other hard part too. And Miguel, is an established, profitable trader. And it can still be challenging to nail the execution. Especially on days like today. So, well, I'm very happy that played out like it did. I needed a large, like I said, I think I said this yesterday, is like I need to now, I have like my 5 days at $200 or more. I need to now get some home runs, some like large run up the profit, get the balance higher, because I've been diddling around in drawdown for like the entire life of the account. And so now, I'm over 5 days of $200 or more. I could withdraw half of this, but again, I don't want to because I still have all my drawdown intact. And so I still have, essentially, I want to get an additional $1,200 of balance before I consider taking a withdrawal. And that way I will have used up $3,000 worth of drawdown, so that when I do a payout request, I'm not giving up any unused drawdown, if that makes sense. It's a little hard to explain, but it does make sense, I swear it. That was a nice flush, wasn't it? Pedro, you got 80 points for that short. Nice. Yeah, man, I feel like I needed a big trade like that, just because I haven't really been catching them. Or like a lot of times that I just haven't been getting the continuation of the moves. So like I mentioned, like sometimes I will, it'll start kind of playing out like I anticipate, and I'll add to it, and I'll be up like, $1,200, and then it runs back, stops me at a break even. That drives me insane, And the problem is I get a little desensitized. Then I'm like, I just had $1,200 and I didn't capture it. Like, let me try to get that again. And then maybe I'll get up $400, $600, whatever. And I won't take the money. I'll come back and I'll take a loss. So then I'm more pissed. Not only did I not capture $1,200 of profit, I'm now in the red 400, 600, whatever it is. And so it leads to a cascading poor decision, poor decision, poor decision, and then account blown or whatever it is. So if you can, really manage your risk so that you can catch the larger trades, you're going to get to payouts. No problem. So it's just staying alive long enough to be able to do that. See you, Martin. Any reason for you not to run up the profits today, where you can leverage your profit with keeping the maximum loss limit intact? Well, I think the main reason is I caught like the best move of the morning. I'm pretty sure. Like to me, it's fast. It was a lot of points, and I don't really want to risk that, So I just, and it is FOMC, so I don't really anticipate amazing price action as we get closer and closer to Powell. So that was a perfect tap of 799.5. It was not a sweep of it yet, so we're looking for the sweep still. See if we can make that happen. But that was a really good break and retest. If you're not trading break and retest, I would consider adding it when it makes sense to you. But really nice break and retest of IBL. Opening range low, you can see right there on the chart. That's IBL. Really nice move to demand. Pop up. That was your reshort opportunity if you still liked it. And then you can still capture, how many points would that be? If you can short IBL down to 799, you probably front run it a few points. 54 points, something like that. It's pretty good. Nice job, Samir. You're up 1,600 euros. You've been trading since 10 a.m. Lisbon time. Wow. So you've been at it for a while. Pedro, IBL's initial balance low. It's the first 60-minute low from the first 60 minutes of the session. What does this look like on ES? Here's ES. ES also had a nice, I didn't necessarily mark out the same levels for ES, but there's another break and retest of the lows, the previous lows, IBL. So the short on, if you had a similar target, let's see, do I have a psych level? Not really. Maybe 56.20. We didn't get there yet, but so there's some points on ES, not a lot. Are simple setups best? Sometimes if it's too simple, I feel like it's too obvious and it's not going to play out. Sometimes it's simple, it does work. But I find sometimes the trickier play is what ends up happening a lot of times. So to me, above VWAP, chopping. This was ES though. NAS was a little bit cleaner. NAS got it above VWAP, but then, you know, not for long, smacked under it. So it was fairly simple. I mean, you could just play the trendline break. Give me a toy, Gaba.
Gaba, go over here.
Good boy. So, you know, if you were just playing trendline breaks, you could have caught a massive move here. And trendline breaks are very simple. Go get it. Whoops. Take profit trader has activation fees? No. Just go to their website. Take profit trader. Don't forget, use code Dan. Oh, where does it say? Oh, wait, is there a fee? Maybe that's old though. I don't think they have activation fees. Someone confirm. I'm pretty sure that we talked about it earlier. Oops. All right. My dogs are kind of fussy right now. A little fussy. So we do have, well, that's kind of invalidated. PDL's down here at, what, 739? Twisty, you tried going from 5 micros to 1 mini, you ended up putting in 5 minis. That's tough to do. It's easy to do on Top Step X. Yeah, listen to Grizz. Grizz says use code Dan at all prop firms before any other code. Dan will give you the best discount. Facts. Support the channel. Come on. There's a sweep. Finally got the sweep. The promo code for MFFU. I think I'm talking with them today, so I don't know if it'll be set up by tomorrow, but you could try code Dan. I don't know if they set that up yet for me. I don't know if I even have an account with them yet for that, but it should be active by the end of the week, I'm sure. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. I really do. There's the level. So, Grizz, I think you meant 9:30 Hawaii time when you said sweep within the 9:30 Hawaii time. There we go. Nailed it, Grizz. Nailed it. I don't think they do have a $130 activation fee loop pack. I know it says that, but I think they're waiving it right now. Which prop firm is the best in your opinion? I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. I'm trying out a few different other ones just to see. Top Step has been solid. It can be a little pricey, but MFFU I'm pretty happy with so far. Easy to pass. I think it was it 1 day pass on them? I think they were they're 1 day pass. I did it on stream, if I'm not mistaken, and there was no activation fee. So it cost me like $300 for 3 funded accounts, and I did it in 1 day. Like, that was pretty solid. Tradeify, I'm gonna just try Tradeify soon, so we can see how that goes. Excuse me. So nice sweep. See if we push away from here. I wouldn't be surprised to get back to the pivot maybe. And I would like to see us maybe buy Powell. Maybe we do end up with a lower move on to PDL. MFF, what? Samir? That on MFFU, $300 for 3 funded, so 1 day pass. Yep. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's $97, right? $97, 1 day pass, and there's 3 accounts. So yeah, I paid like under $300 for 3 funded accounts, which is about as cheap as you can get anywhere. And I think that the payouts are capped, on the lower side of the fence, but I think it's an easy moneymaker. And if you're multiplying it by 3, I think that should be plenty of additional income. No, there's no activation fee for MFFU. Yeah, Samir, if you're on a tighter budget, maybe try MFFU because it'll be, as long as you pass combines, as long as you're like good at passing combines, it'll be cheaper. Payouts are capped to like $2,000 something. Did you make money with YouTube? YouTube's been my full-time job since 2017, man. Yeah. Now the amount on this channel, I don't really post the full-length regular videos anymore, so that income's dried up a bit. It's a lot less than it used to be. That's just because I don't make those same kind of videos. Still looks good to the short side here, but it's been a very, I don't want to call it extended, but we have moved 187 points in a short period of time. 35 minutes or so, we moved 182 points. Stream doesn't make money. Stream makes like the $30 maybe if I'm lucky. $30. Here's the dashboard. Last 28 days. Estimated revenue overall is $1,300 for the entire channel. Live streams, you can see $33, $32, $26, $24, $23. So it's not a huge moneymaker. You can see last 6 months. It's pretty stable, around $1,500 on average. It used to be really high. Like back in 2021, maybe. I was doing like weekly videos, and then a few of them popped off. So do like, yeah, like January of 2021, I made 15. Is that 2021? I think I made 15 grand, right? So 10 times what I'm doing now. Oh, is it George Pickens news official? I read a rumor about that this morning. I was like, dude, it was just for like, wasn't it for a 3rd round draft pick? I don't know if that was confirmed or not. Trading Pickens to the Cowboys. In exchange for a draft pick. And I think it's like 3rd round or something. That's... I don't know. Is Motivewave a good platform? Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't feel very bullish on the Steelers this year. I think it's going to be a frustrating season. Promo code for MFFU. Again, I asked them yesterday to make it Dan, D-A-N. I don't know if they, I don't know if they activated it yet. I don't think they did. They also passed on Sanders. Terrible franchise. It's not a terrible franchise. I mean, that's just objectively false. Now, I disagree with them all the time, but they're one of the best franchises in pro football. And every team passed on Sanders. You know, there must have been issues. Apparently, the meetings went terribly. But for a 3rd round and late round swap pick, I don't... Pickens is our, like, big playmaker. You know, like, he definitely had an attitude problem, in my opinion. He's just the classic wide receiver diva, but he could make some incredible catches. And just knowing you have a guy like that you could throw to, who has a chance to be like a real playmaker. It's fun, it's fun having those kind of receivers. But you think Metcalf is like that? Yeah. I was looking forward to seeing the two biggest crash outs on one team. Pickens was, he has great hands, but yeah, he's definitely a selfish player in my opinion. Dude, I know, Zeddy, I know it's they lose the 1st round every time. It's just obnoxious. They lose in the wild card, it's guaranteed. And all I can say is, I mean, the standard is just higher. Like, as a fan, like if you're a Bears fan, you get to the playoffs, you're probably like pretty stoked. But Steelers fans, they don't expect going to the playoffs, they expect going to the Super Bowl, right? And so anything less than that is just like a massive disappointment. It's been massively disappointing. So yeah, I don't know. Tomlin's, I don't know. I like Tomlin, but man, sometimes I just don't know what he's doing. Did I take any trades? Yeah, I did. I would rewind it, watch it real time, but yeah, on 2 XFAs, I'm up $2,100. It's a really nice short. Defense is okay. I mean, everyone always talks about like Joey Porter. So he's a little handsy. He does make some good plays, but he's got to learn to fucking keep his hands to himself. Dude has so many freaking PI calls. It's crazy. Doesn't it feel like the NFL now? Like every bomb down the field, like 50% of the time there's a pass interference call. I feel like that's like really ramped up in like the last like 5 years. All right. I don't think I'm going to take any more trades. So if you guys want to hang out and chill a little bit longer, we can do that. It's a little global. We like to start with Poland, but I might mix it up. I might go Germany. No, we're on the other side of the world from Germany. It better not be one of these island countries. Go to Thailand. Ugh, it might be an island. All right, no, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it if it's just islands. Those are no fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's close to Fiji. Cool. I don't care. Let's do the capitals. Capitals will do Warsaw. 6,700 miles from Warsaw. That's 11,000 kilometers. I'm a sore loser. Dude, it's no fun trying to figure out which island country it is. That's just not fun. I don't know any of them very well, and it's boring. Boring. Turkey. Turkey's too close, right? Curry, maybe you're on a delay, but oh, you tried the code, doesn't work yet. All right, well maybe it'll be back, be active later. Thanks for trying. Let's try Bangkok. 23 miles from Bangkok. Are we still gonna be over here again? Nah, we're in Wellington. We're over here. World Guesser? Is that just the same thing as Geoguessr? Yeah, we play Wordle every once in a while on here. All right, I forget, what's the capital of New Guinea? Port Moresby. Do you actually walk your dogs or just let them run around in the yard? No, we walk them every day. We don't let them run around in the yard because the yard is unhinged right now. But we take them for nice walks every day. All right, this one's not gonna be very fun either. I'm about to give up and just do Geoguessr. Do your dogs know tricks? Not really. All right, does anyone want to play World Guesser? I don't know how to send the link with a thing, but it's this. And then the game code is this. It's not gonna be Manila, Joshy, because it's up there. I think we have to be, well, maybe it could be up there. Maybe you're right. Yeah, that's warmer. Okay, 1,000 miles from Manila. So if you want to join World Guesser, we'll play this as a group. So click the link and then use that code to join a game, join a party or whatever. I've never done it before. So click the link, type, copy paste the code, and then we'll start the game. I've clicked wrong links in the past. You're not getting me again, scammer. Look, I'm sorry that you gave up your Bitcoin wallet secret phrase to me, but you're a sucker. And suckers and their money are easily parted. Sorry. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. All right, you ready to start this game? Let's go. If you're not playing in the game, you can participate in chat. Let me know where I am at, like Botan. Maybe you just know this instantly and you can just give me advice. Feels like South America to me. This is essay on it. Maybe Argentina. Really nice mountains. Lubisky? Where's that? Sounds familiar. Are you playing too, so you're not going to tell me? Oh, Colombia. All right, I got like 30 seconds left. All right, Frostbite. Thank you. Catch you later. $190 miles away. There's more Medellin than Bogota. Okay, next round. Looks like man. Eastern Europe is my guess. We're in the EU. Is that Hungary? Is that the Hungarian flag just all tangled up? Maybe outside Budapest. Whoops. $25 miles away, okay. A little farther south. All right, I think this is the last round. Is that French? Looks French. All right, countryside. Lyon, outside of Paris. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. No idea. $105 away. Okay. So it was more. Well, it went so fast, but I got second. Who got first? Botond. Let me guess. Botond got first. Yeah, of course you did. Jerk. Yeah, you beat me by 300 points. Looks like there's a 300 point differential between like all these places. Is that just like, isn't that kind of weird? It's like 300 points, 300 points, 300 points, 300 points. Oh well, that's fun. Riveting content, I know. You know what's more fun? Let's just do this interactive. Let's just do this together. Let's do Time Guesser. It's like a Vespa. I mean, the cars look 70s maybe. I'm guessing it's Europe. Amsterdam, it looks like we do have a canal there, so that looks good to me. I like that. Amsterdam in the 70s then? Let's do Amsterdam in the 70s. '64? Look at that car. You think this car is a '64 car though? This car seems a little newer to me. Are you using Bookmap? Would you say it's worth it? Bookmap has great tools. It just depends on how good you are reading it and then implementing it into your trading, right? So like Carmine uses Bookmap and he's really good at developing an edge with it. I'm less good at it. So to me, I can just use it for free. I can use the heat map and Motivwave. All right, so Botan, you were way closer with the year. Well, you were 50% closer with the year. I did 1970 as 1966, but we were 1.2 miles away, so right on there. This is, I'm sure, a historical type thing. What are we at? South America, maybe? I don't know who that man is. Could this be like Brazil, Colombia, something? And I would think we're probably in the 70s now. Is it helpful for predicting if support is going to hold a breakthrough? I don't know. You don't think this is South America? It looks Arabic. That does not look Arabic to me. Does that really look Arabic? It's really hard to see. Egypt, 70s. That sounds right to me. Okay, we can do Egypt in the 70s. Griffin, you say it's Iran. Are you sure about that? 1980. Okay, Botan, I didn't listen to you last time. I'll listen to you this time. You don't think it's Egypt? Do you think it's Iran? I'll try Iran, 1982. Let's go. Boom, spot on with the year, but no. We were actually in, Israel? No, where's the border? It's hard for me to see the border. Lebanon, okay. But it was 1982 in Lebanon. So, Griffin? You let me down, man. Cut me real deep, Shrek. Okay, what do you think here? This is old, in the early 1900s. And this looks, I don't know, Parisian or something? I don't know. Looks European, I'll say that. That's an easy claim to make, I think. But chat, I'm sure you can help me out. Germany. Botan, you say Middle Europe? Who do we think these guys are with? I mean, that mustache is really sketch. Bro. Austria, Switzerland, yeah. There it says national, maybe a national bank or something. That's the only words I see, and it is... I mean, national, I feel like it's spelled that way in a lot of different languages, but... Want to go Swiss? I'm cool with that. I don't necessarily have a better idea. But where do you think? You think Geneva, Zurich, Bern? How much for you to trim your mustache like that? No, not doing it. Not in this economy, bro. All right, Bern. What year, though? I mean, these guys are friggin' early corn cob hats and shit. Early 1900s, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go 10s. I'm gonna do 1917. Let's go. 1916. And it was through Bern. So, Botan, well done, of course. You're a freaking geography genius. With our powers combined, we do pretty good. Good work there. This is, looks like, is that Pope John Paul II? I think that's Pope John Paul II. So he's around in like the, 70s and 90s. So, a couple decades there. It looks like Italy, like Rome, Vatican, whatever. So we could just do like by Rome, maybe. By Vatican City. Is that like the... I've never been there. Is that the Pantheon or something? That could be over there. To like 78, maybe. Or early 80s. I don't know. Oh, did he get... Is this dude bleeding? Or is he just wearing a heart rate monitor? Did he get like a... Did anyone try to like kill him or something? That'd be crazy. Just an old guy in a dress and a bunch of jewelry. Just let him be. He got shot? I'm gonna look at it. Pope John Paul II assassination. 81. So we're already in 1981. Who said that? Lupec. All right, so this is Vatican City where it happened, so we can just go there. All right. Boom, boom. 26 meters away. Sick. That's a perfect score, guys. Perfect score. Have we gotten a perfect score before? Yes, I think we have. But that's still nice. Ah, look, they cut out the center of the flag. What's that about? Yo, is this Hungary? We're in Budapest. Why do you think they cut out the center of the flag, Botan? Do you know what year this is? Looks like 80s. Why are you saying no, Jim? That's Budapest or Hungary. Could be a different crossing, different bridge, but I think let's like go with, let's just stick around Budapest, I think. Do you know what year though? It looks like the 80s to me. '89, let's go. I don't think it's 96. It looks too, I mean, I don't know. Hungary looked like the 80s for a long time. But I don't think it's, you think it's 96? I think 96 is a little too late for how this everything looks. Like the photo, everything about it looks a little bit older to me. Lower, okay. Farther outside of Budapest, or is that good? Not that. How much farther we gotta go? In the middle of Hungary? So like down yonder? Dunafulvar? I have no idea how to pronounce any of these words. Oh, Budapest. Oh, so more north then. Here? Straight up in the middle? Okay, we can go like friggin' middle. We got some nice mountains back there. That'd be on the Buda side. Maybe it's part of this park. Maybe right here. 88. I was on the right bridge and I moved it. Okay. I just thought it might be more of these mountains over here as opposed to these. All right, very good. Pretty good final score. That's one of our top 3 highest scores, I think. That's pretty good. Good job. Good job, chat. All right. Markets, marketing. I mentioned maybe a revisit of the pivot. So let's see. Let's see if we can get all the way up there. Yo, it's crazy. The guy that went down a rabbit hole, the guy that tried to assassinate Pope John Paul, he's out of prison. Because for some reason, he was in life in prison, and then they deported him to Turkey for a 10-year sentence after. So it sounds like he was in prison for, at most, 29 years. So and then he tried to meet, it says, he laid white roses on the tomb of recently canonized John Paul II, and he wanted to meet with Pope Francis, a request that was denied. Yeah, not surprised they denied that request. All right. What's up, Marius? Thank you. Glad, yeah, it was a nice trade. I'm very happy with that. All right, guys, here's what I would say. FOMC, I would highly recommend not trading it. I really would. And I know it's tempting because you can make a lot of money really fast. You can also lose a lot of money really fast. I don't think anyone should really be trading it, in my opinion. And again, I'm just trying to keep you out of trouble there. So I'm locked down on TopStepX. I still have the MFFU. That was a really nice tap of the standard deviation of VWAP band tap. But I'm actually gonna go have a call with MFFU, try to get the stuff set up, and yeah, Grizz, don't go all in. Froggy fell asleep. It's all good, man. Yeah, have a good rest of your trading day. Please stay safe during FOMC. Come hang out in the Discord if you haven't already. It's free, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Thursday stream. See you later.